Hurricane Sandy is severely impacting the Bahamas at this hour. I'm Mike Naso with the latest on the tropics and the latest on our dangerous hurricane named Sandy. You can see how Sandy formed in the Caribbean over the last week, pulled over Jamaica and Cuba, and is now sitting right there near Long Island and the EXUMAs in the Bahamas as a strong hurricane of Category 2 strength. Here's the latest on Hurricane Sandy. This is as of the 2 p.m. advisory with the 11 a.m. track. It was at 23.5 north, 75.4 west. Winds were 105 miles per hour, so not quite as intense as it was last night. Moving north at 19, and all the motions are going to be very, very important as we go here through time. 963 millibars, so still a very powerful late season hurricane. Now the track here through time is anticipated to be something dramatic. We are anticipating it will rake most of the Bahamas into tomorrow night, and then by the time Saturday night comes, begin to move out. There is a trough coming off the east coast that will end up impacting Hurricane Sandy. However, by the time Monday morning rolls around, Sandy could be becoming more of an extratropical type of system, interacting between a ridge and the trough, getting a shot of energy, and slingshotting itself by Tuesday morning into the area of the mid-Atlantic and New England coast. Again, you can see, obviously, there is dramatic difference. If the system takes the right edge of this track, it could be much further towards, say, Maine. If it takes the left edge, we could be talking about the Outer Banks into the Delmarva area. But nonetheless, if you live anywhere along the eastern seaboard, you're going to feel high swells, see high surf, rip currents, very gusty winds, and of course right now the Bahamas have an intense hurricane sitting right over the top of them. Here's the wind field, and you can see this is a bit outdated now that the hurricane center has moved in this region here, but nonetheless you can see tropical storm force winds and hurricane winds expanding from where they were when this thing was near Jamaica. So Sandy is expected to get larger, and even though it will weaken wind-wise, it will become a larger sized system to deal with. We do have, of course, tropical storm watches and warnings out. Florida, you're going to continue to get that very nasty flow as Sandy, her winds whipped around, will impact the coastline, and this now extends all the way up with the watch to areas of the South Carolina coastline. I have no doubt if Sandy does take that track and slingshots back, we will see many watches and warnings on the coast and inland in New England as Sandy makes her approach. Here's the latest model guidance. You can see the track here through time. The models agree to the north, northwest, northeast, and then back to the west. GFDL model bringing it here into Delaware. You have other models such as the GFS taking it more towards Long Island. The GFS has been very, very insistent that the ridging to the northeast of the hurricane would be weaker, thus allowing it to move on out. Instead, it appears most of the models are now in agreement that this will end up curving back west. It's also to note where it comes inland. If it is moving northwest at landfall, or if it has taken a due west bend, that will have a lot to do with the impact as well for the coastline region. You can see the ensembles here. Some even take the low that is Sandy and push it all the way out towards the Great Lakes region. That would be quite a Halloween for a lot of trick-or-treaters, I'll tell you right now, if that were the case. Now here's the latest visible satellite loop of Hurricane Sandy. Clearly it's not as well organized as it was before, but you can still see the core of the hurricane impacting a good area here of the central Bahamas, and the eye appearing to move directly over Long Island now, and they've been getting hammered. Some unconfirmed reports of winds well up into the Category 1 range, gusting even stronger as we have this Category 2 hurricane making landfall now in the Bahamas after raking eastern Cuba and the island of Jamaica. So again, Sandy is impacting a lot of areas. Here's the infrared, and see as it moved off of Cuba, it clearly had felt the effects of land. It was looking less organized after almost having been a major hurricane last night. And then note what happened there at the end. We had a significant blowup of convection, even obscuring the center. That is a convective burst trying to fight off the wind shear, because Sandy is getting sheared. It is going over land masses, and it is late season, so it's clearly not going to be a well-defined monster hurricane, but you can see it is the eye of a Category 2 hurricane over the Bahamas, getting a direct hit from this late season October hurricane. So we are going to watch this very, very carefully as time goes by, but definitely those types of convective cloud tops probably indicate some very, very nasty weather and strong hurricane force winds. You can see the setup here. With Hurricane Sandy, the expectation is that this system is going to pool like that and then end up coming back. At what angle, where exactly, how intense, we just don't know, but you can see the low pressure, the ridge, the trough sweeping in here. All of this is going to play to create quite a tropical cyclone, I can tell you that right now, for some sort of impact along the New England coast. I'm Mike Naso. That is the latest on Hurricane Sandy. Stay tuned. We'll have more next time.